Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we travel across the body of whale in the upper bowels. I knew that was poo. I knew that was poo. Last episode, we have bile. They call it bile, and it is bile. It's not poo. But there's poo as well. It's the bowels. A slick mold clings to the wall. Moisture beads its surface. Rising from the fungus at uneven intervals are fleshy nipple-like pustules. Actually, it's not pustules, it's pustules. How do you pronounce that? Sure, I'm gonna grab some mold. You collect some of the mold, and your hand comes away damp from a ruptured pustule. It immediately begins to itch.
I broken something.
Did you take damage? She did. She has an acute rash. Well, let's sleep in the poo, because, you know, that's just how life works sometimes. You sleep a little bit in the poo, and, not slip. You're gonna sleep in the poo. That's how things work. You have a little bit of an injury. So, do we have plenty of eggs? We don't really have plenty of eggs. Let's rest. Good. And now we have eggs for everybody. Okay. Shimmering Dream Beast. I think those things blow up when they die and do damage that is sneaky and doesn't tell me that it did damage. Oh, you can't go in there? Oh. That's quite interesting. That does explain why they're not aggroed. I did get fungal ingredient though, so I suppose we got injured. Oh yeah, there's conflict, all right. Also, you probably smell other things, but let's not talk about that anymore. What is that? Caretaker back there. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. It makes a lot of difference. Shut up. Why did I click you and you didn't work? Why is that? Why do things work like that? You game of a game. We should be fine here. The paralysis didn't really work all that well. But we have some other things that will work well for sure. A little bit of that. She's just taking tremendous amounts of damage as usual. Takeo is taking his sweet time. Penumbra has cast twice, and Takeo is still looking at things. I wonder if it is... Do you have heavy armor right now, mate? Yeah, you do. That's why. My god, that takes forever.
This does not work.
Ishiza, meanwhile, is dead. That does work. And we take tremendous amounts of damage. That doesn't show up over here. Also, that works quite alright. We're taking the... Get out of there. No.
I hear you.
Get out. Just let them be.
Darkness flows.
We're gonna get an egg, don't worry about it. My own spell's working against me. That's what happened there. Just get on with it. Oh, it healed. It's healing right now, in fact. Arcane Veal, is that the reason?
Stand together.
It's definitely healing. We're gonna be fine. Even though we're dying. Don't worry, we got eggs. That's a beauty. Seriously, there we go. Now, give me more eggs. You don't need an egg. Everybody needs an egg. Rest, good. See? Perfect. Daily wages show up in the middle of the screen. Did you bug out? No, you did not. I mean, you bugged, but that's a different thing. What? Oh, there's more. Luminescent spores.
Conflict in the air. Mother Ngati.
There's conflict, all right, because you are about... What are they immune to? Intellect afflictions and dexterity afflictions. That's bad news. I was gonna make sure that they didn't do anything bad.
That will do, I say.
Let's see what I can do here. We can do a wall of frost. That's gonna help a little bit. Except I can't do the wall of frost. You had to go over there to shoot.
No rush, but if you have any answers...
Idair, you are attacking Shodi right now, and she should punch you in the bad place. I mean, or the good place. I don't know. Let's not go there. Seriously, how long are you gonna be charmed for days? As it turns out. Okay. Then you need a little bit of a blast of frost. Not on the dare, please. Okay, that doesn't work very well. They're very resilient to that. Can you please stop that, Adair? 15 more seconds. Penumbra is down. Well, he's back. Good. No, that worked out. A little bit of this. Maya by herself can take one of them down. She does do tremendous amounts of damage. Also, we're taking damage with these Gardens of Bad. Seriously, Maya's gonna get done before you guys are done.
Hey, watch it with that.
It's unbelievable. Okay, a little bit of this.
Nothing I can do.
It's reduced healing, but it works. Shut up. Who's gonna finish it? Oh, Maya finished it.
Everything hurts.
It does, but it's, you know. It does take a little while. I wonder if it's immune, and one of those things is supposed to make it immune to things. Certainly looks like the penetration has gone down the pits.
Easier when you poison first, right?
See why not? That worked out. Ooh, we got things for books again. Shiza, I'm sorry you died. What do we have over here? Books? Yes, we have books. Well, might as well read them. Crafted from splinters of Engwith and frightened devotion made material. What? Crafted from splinters of Engwith and frightened devotion made material. The throne transcended the boundaries of the here with capital H, the in-between and the beyond, and each in turn was forced to kneel before it. They begged, all of them did, the formerly divine and their followers, but the only reprieve they were granted was death. Death and rebirth as her supplicants. And this is the throne of Arica. And yes, Arica is the worst, and we know that from the original game. Moons of Eora, that's a really interesting book, you should read it. Over here we have the history of Eora for the last ice age. And so the Vitmad, the white mouth, we've been there and we still need to go back there, became the yawning mouth through which Rimmergan drew breath. The beast consumed the souls of the Deadfire and exhaled a miserable cold that swept across the temperate archipelago. In 3 months, Nekataka was encased in glimmering ice, and in 6, Ukaizu disappeared beneath a dune of crystalline snow. Really? We also have the discovery of Yezuha. They don't remember us. They were once us, or we were once them, before the ascension, before the destruction, before the storm. Now we are strangers, our greetings reduced to unintelligible ejaculations of sound. But they will remember. We will remind them, and we will judge the work they have done in our long absence. They should hope we find it sufficient. And this is Yezuha. I don't think we have been to Yezuha, and I don't know who these people are. But that sounded less than ideal for whoever was being judged. Because, well, you're being judged. So let's see what we have. Oh, nope, it's over here. Dreamwalker's Tread for extra stealth and athletics. Do you not have boots of stealth right now? Yes, you do. So that's what you get right now. Do you see what's happening right now? Why does that happen? I mean, I know the technical reason why it happens, but it's just super counterintuitive. Grants Feast of Dreams. Once per rest, the wearer puts a target to sleep and leaps into their dreams. While asleep, the wearer heals over time and is untargetable, but is unable to act. For 14 seconds, I think. Asleep until attacked, though, the target is.
What do you think, Ishi?
It looks good on you, I'm sure. And then we have over here the Reclamation of the Living Lands. The forces of the faithful left Adir with an exhortation from the Emaquin still ringing in their ears. Quote, "Let not the sullen, wild people of that lawless continent continue to suffer beyond the guiding hand of the queen that was and shall be again. Deliver them to their savagery, or of their savagery, that they might join us in civilization and reap soon the rewards of their newfound piety. Quote, as your queen demands, so too do I. Take up the burden of empire. Feel or free them from themselves." Unquote. Yeah, these are the Ingwithans, and that's why it sounded bad, because the Ingwithans were bad, as we are learning a lot in this DLC, for sure. they were scum, as it turns out. I mean, there were other reasons that we knew that already, but not necessarily just as a whole society. Or, I suppose not scum as a whole society, but their societal principles were rubbish and bad. That it doesn't mean that there were all of them were bad people. It means that, you know, you wouldn't like them. You just wouldn't like them because, you know, good people can be bad, if you know what I mean. Just it's the way they're educated and all that. And in the it says, this is the end of God's. Oh, maybe this is a foretelling of the future of the end of the game. And in the final quiet hour, a call came from nowhere. "Who's there?" the voice of nothing asked. And it was answered by no one. Into the silence, a chorus of wind began to blow a new tune, one no one knew, and it echoed into nowhere. Nothing responded with a whisper and the beginning of a word. That was vaguely poetic, but not particularly enticing. This is the vanishing of godlikes. 10,000 of the fire-crowned fell to their knees, and with their power Magran called an inferno from the skies. Ondra's best beloved dissolved into a tidal wave that swallowed Rawatai and Galawain's children. Oh, does this mean that the godlike will die when I hopefully kill all the gods in the face? That is sort of scary. The gods lost them, but we will find them again. Really? That's probably about the last one that we read, I would say. The end of gods. The vanishing of the godlike. Maybe. They think their difference is a blessing when it is but a brand. I forget the reclamation of the living lands. How come... What? Oh, because it's all this quotation. Deliver them from their savagery. Free them from themselves. I'm thinking this might be Yazuha, and this might be the godlikes. This one says, "Death comes for all in time," and that'll be the end of gods, which is a little bit of a letdown. In their fear, they will give her power and ask for safety, but she will give them only orders. That's the first one we read, the Throne of Woodica, and Woodica is indeed the worst, as I said beforehand. And we'll continue saying, let's smell this thing. A simple Adro contraption rests before you. A lever on its side appears to be the only way to interact with it. I like to think that I haven't smelled it yet. I've just been deliberately holding my breath all this time, just so I could now smell it. The contraption exudes the sharp odor of metal, polish, and a hint of old meat. The odor of metal. What metal? That's like saying the odor of liquid. Or, I guess not quite on the same realm, because metal can be liquid, but you know what I mean. Because, you know, I don't know, lead has a very distinct smell compared to copper, for example, and iron has a very distinct smell. Even different types of iron have very distinct smells. There's iron that smells like vinegar. There's iron that smells a little bit more tangy. Usually it depends on how much carbon you have in it. From my experience, bronze is a very distinct smell. I'm just thinking of the metals that I know. Aluminium is odorless to me anyway. I'll pull the lever. Let's stop complaining about things. The lever immediately springs back up, slamming into your hand. There you jerk. A sharp tone erupts from the device, and the lecterns around the room emanate a bright and sudden light. Oh, we're being punished for the first time. And of course, we did all the good things, except for one. A little bit of terrified over here. Just stun them. Stun them a little bit, and they're gonna be fine. Do that. Are they immune to things like that? I don't think so. Constitutional Afflictions is what I just cast. Infestation of maggots. There it is. That was a quick death. Man, Takeo took forever to cast that spell.
At once.
Okay, let's see what this is. The death comes to all in time. That's curious that it isn't the end of gods. The last ice age, I suppose. There it is. And now we can access that part, that bit that I couldn't figure out. Okay, where are we? No. Yep, yeah, it is. It is where I thought it was. There's other places, though. There's definitely other places. Just sort of went for that because, of course I went for that. Let's see what this one has. It's got more pustules with poultry in it, maybe. Holy balls. Yeah, I was right. What is that? A twisted chunk of iron-like metal rises from whale's flesh, leaning to the side like a crooked tooth. The pitted surface gleams with a disorienting array of colors. You recognize it from the book On Celestial Specters. This is a piece of star metal. Right. Did I ramble about how meteors are just normal iron? And mostly are iron and ice. And other metals that are up there are all metals that we know. There's not like any special thing. It's not even about how being pure or not, because they're not like you find pure metal in Earth. Well, pure iron anyway. The metal radiates soul energy. The whole area is dense with it. Vague emotions reach out to you. Anger, fear, and territorial aggression. None of it feels quite right. I think this might be Abaddon. Something about, well, I mean, if it's sky metal, it kind of reminds me of Abaddon anyway. Tread lightly. I think we're being watched. The metal shimmers faintly, responding to your presence. A set of moist black eyes peers. It's a set that peers out of the depths of your pack. It's Gift Wrapper. She's trembling. Examine the metal. As you peer closer, the ambient soul energy studies you back with quiet calm. But you're reckoning the essence is little more than an amorphous shape of emotions. Or by your reckoning. The essence is an amorphous shape of emotions, though it seems more aware than most incorporeal entities. You recall a passage on the celestial specters. The spirits inhabiting this mineral will attack if you interfere with their habitat. Energy from a powerful soul would appease them temporarily. I can feed a portion of my soul to the spirits. I can also sacrifice the gift wrapper. And if I remember correctly, gift wrapper is a particular abomination that I have over here. Oh, it's not an abomination at all. It's the best thing. It's just a party-wide effect. What is the party-wide effect? You gain additional armor rating, and the party receives healing over time. These descriptions are rubbish. Like, the literal description of party-wide effect is it says the thing that is not party-wide. Anyway, healing over time. That's an interesting one, though. It's probably very expensive. No, it's not particularly. I'm not using it, so I suppose let's look at the pretty rock. Go closer, girl. Come on, closer. Gift Wrapper looks at you with a silent plea, then obediently scuttles forward. Farewell, little one. Why? I didn't like that. I don't think I can do anything. That dash over there. Tendrils of spirit energy reach from the mineral and grasp gift wrapper about the thorax. The spider lets out a brief squeal of panic before the ugly snap silences her forever, or an ugly snap. Gift wrapper falls onto her back in death, her legs curled in like a fist. You feel the spiritual essence recede. For the moment, the specters are glutted on an essence and appeased. I don't want to do that. I didn't know why I was doing that, so I wanted to find out, basically. Let's just say that if this were a tabletop RPG, I would not have chosen that option because I wouldn't have thought of that. Why would I sacrifice this very specific pet that I have? Why would I sacrifice a pet in the first place? The reason is because I don't want to fight. But I do want to fight because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Apart from it being an impossible fight like the other one. So, chip a piece of metal off. You snap a piece of metal away from the main body. No sooner does it come away in your hands than a discordant wail fills your ears. And it's a fragment of star metal. This chunk of metal is dense, weighing more than it would appear at a glance. I wonder how much it weighs, because there's a lot of metals that are very dense. I just talked about lead. Lead is a very common and stable, importantly, stable metal for dense things. But there's denser metals that are less stable. Or, I mean, it depends on the situation. But, yeah. So we have celestial specters over here, being all celestial and spectrally. Let's see what I can do over here. Are you concerned? What the heck? Why are you moving? Okay, that's good news. TK, get in here. Yes, let's also get this. Game chugged a little bit there for reasons. Let's do that one over there. Let's do this. Let's do this. Apparently, are they immune to that? They are definitely not. And I can do another one. Now that all of them are here. Although it was a little bit late. Okay, not particularly great right there. You're gonna do that because they're all undead. They're vessels. I don't know. Why? Who is you? There, what the heck? Oh, well, you're gonna get a storm in the face. I know. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, right away.
This is... They wail all right. Okay. Get some of that in there. Get some of this in here. Should be fine. She is taking quite a lot of damage, unfortunately. Are we being pushed by the maelstrom? That might be the reason why they're moved, but yeah. Look at all the stuff that I'm getting. See, this is why you want to kill them.
I'd be glad to.
Okay, pretty good. And that's just the celestial remnant. I thought that might be a pretty important detail of the body here, considering that it's got like a chunk of metal sticking out the side. But apparently we're just gonna skip right past that and be like, I got a bit of it, and that's all that I care for. A lot of poo. We got observers up ahead.
Trouble, folks.
Folks.
Don't see why.
Let's do this. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of people. Okay, also there's those cats. What the heck happened now? A large eye directs the flow of acidic bile in a chamber in the western bowels. I must find some way to disrupt its effort. Yes. Possibly killing everybody around here is an interesting way. Let's do a little bit of that. This right there. Let's get Penumbra right up ahead. She's not really very happy. They're all melee, which is bad news. And we're gonna need Moonwell, please. He's frightened or something. Okay, we're gonna do that. And yeah, these observers. I remember these observers. They should be fine though. Let's do this. Be quick about it. Ishiza's down. Also, I sort of... Yeah, this is bad news. We can do good things, though. I'm pretty sure. Like paralysis. By all means, please. Okay, paralyzed on both. You're still gonna give me trouble, but we're gonna worry about you in a little bit. Or less about you. I don't know if you're taking damage, but you're definitely gonna take damage because there's a bad thing coming in there. So these guys are gonna be paralyzed for 3 more seconds still, which is very nice, and you're still good to go. So let's do that one as well, and let's do another paralysis in here, and another paralyzed. This one did not get paralyzed. It is stunned though. No, the paralyzed is there. Let's do a plague of insects, and you're about to die because that jerk over there is gonna kill you. And that's just how it is sometimes. Jerks kill you. Ocean burst. Go for it. And we got kills. I can't believe you survived. Let's try and paralyze that. Be quick, be quick. And we did it. Woo. Oh, those things are aggressive. You might not want to be there. I don't know why the sound happened after, but let's just collect our rewards. What is that? A polyp. I think that's a real world medicine word, but I don't know anything. I'm not a doctor. Anyway, we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and there's also a cat over there. It's not a cat, it's an observer. And this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.